And welcome back to another D&D campaign on RSG. I'm Ranger J1999, your Dungeon Master and host, and welcome to our Dungeons and Dragons adventure here in the land of Faerun. We'll do a quick recap. We got a major recap to do because we did some stuff off book through the Thanksgiving holidays because these bastards wouldn't leave me alone and they have been up my butt about stuff, and I finally just gave in and did a quick after recall session, we'll call it. So before we do that, let's introduce the crew of players that'll be with us, starting with Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman. If you'd introduce your character, and then we'll go around the corner, as Granny would say, and get everybody's character introduced. Oregon, who are you playing?
So I am playing what you used to know as a bard, and my name is Oregon.
Ooh.
I'll throw a little mystery in there.
Oh, a little mystery. Yusef. Andrew?
I don't think Andrew is here yet.
Okay.
Yeah, Andrew's not here yet.
Corinth.
I'm playing Faerun, your wizard.
All right. Johnny.
I am playing as Rogaris, who is still a fighter.
Celestra. Tails.
I'm playing as Celestra, Wood Elf Druid, stepmother of dragons.
Oh. And Grim, who are you playing as?
I am playing Morngrim, who is at peace with himself.
Or in pieces. That depends on how you look at it. Drinking a lot of water because my allergies are killing me, so if you see me doing that, I
Steve
apologize.
is dead.
The artist formerly known as Steve. Alright. Real quick, if you haven't already, give us a thumbs up on the video. You can leave comments in the chat. We'll kind of watch it as best we can, but we are playing D&D. It's a little bit different than how we do everything else. So glad to have you all there. And welcome. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. We do a lot of live streaming, and you're welcome to join us on any of our live streams. We do a lot of fan interaction, and even when we're not, like we had an awesome HOTS session last night, Dr. Finn.
Indeed, we did. It is a game that we are pretty addicted to right now, and we managed to get it to stream correctly. So that's always good.
It was always good. Yeah, it was good. All right. All that junk out of the way, let's get into a recap. So when we last left the live show, the characters had just cleared the Cult of the Dragon camp, grabbed all their stuff, grabbed the mercs, and had given birth to a baby dragon girl, a blue dragon, who is named Kada. That's where we left off. And so we're going to fast forward 3 months, because I did some stuff with these guys on the side just to speed things up along and everything, to get the story going. There's some things I wanted to get accomplished. So they did turn back to Greenest. They returned everything, had a meeting about the Cult of the Dragon, spoke with the monk, got access to Candlekeep. During all this big meeting, they were looking for a place to basically call their own, and our class decided that he could grant them some land only if they became knight servants of the city of Arabel as part of the Cormier Empire. So they technically had to be part of the knightly order there under his house banner and things. They had to go through this rigmarole for him to be able to grant them the land for purchase and rent, and so they did. So they are now knights of Cormier, and specifically knights of our class family, and they are representatives. Basically what they do is they own a citadel keep outside the city of Arabel. Their only requirements is that they protect the caravan that we're going to get into here, plus they do stuff for the city and are protectors of the city. If anything should attack the city, they are on call, because they hired the group of mercenaries who became knights as well. So they are now under the control of the Ebon Shade. The Ebon Shade has made its name for itself now in the land of Cormier, which they return to. So they were knighted. During this sidebar, Amaroon spoke to Valron and made him a lore master of Mistra. And so the land was decided on. They were knighted. Everyone was scooped up. Cato as well. They spoke with the monk. They spoke to the governor. They were going to find out more information to see what is going on with the cult of the dragon. And while that was going, the characters were going to get set up. So they went to their new keep. So we'll call it Keep Ebonshade, out north of the city of Arabelle. They own tons of acres of land, a walled citadel. They have their own castle keep. They have their own stables. They have their own fighting grounds. During this time, they were able to start trade under the banners of the elves because of Valron's connection and what he's trying to do in establishing trade with the elves. Cormyr was all about this, especially Del Castle, which is the family that is under Lord Arclath, and then House Traylon is what's already been set up trade already. So they are doing well. They are making enough with trade and stuff that they have the mercenaries going along with the caravans and stuff that they are breaking even, paying for their new home and paying the mercenaries. So they're doing quite well. So they've set up trade. Valron's done this. At this time, they have been raising Kada. Kada has coming to her own. She is studying magic, and she is learning to fight under the tutelage of McCarvin. Also, an emissary from the Elven Alliance is now at Ebonshade Stronghold, where she is the emissary of trade. She is a wizard, a very powerful wizard that is at the keep that handles all the magical trade and stuff. And so the mercenaries, they've got an accountant, they've got all kinds of stuff set up for them now. On top of that, they decided they leveled, and they decided that some of them wanted to go into multiclassing. So let's start with Morgren. Morgren decided that he wanted to study under McCarvin. And because of that, Morgrim is now a disciple of Morgren. He is his student, and he has been basically tortured for the last 3 months, and is now a level 1 monk on top of his rogue abilities. Oregon wanted to be a better parental figure for Kada, and with power dwelling within him, decided that he wanted to further his magical abilities. He basically, under the little bit of guidance from Valron and from Lady Amaroon, has now become a level 1 sorcerer on top of his bard class. I think those were the only 2 multi-classes we had. Did anybody else multi-class? I think that was it, right? Everybody else stayed true to their classes and everything. Alright, so everybody is staying the same. So they leveled up a little bit, and they have basically been procuring items. They've made they sold the black dragon eggs, as you guys know. They used that money to purchase some gear, gear themselves up a little bit, get the keep going, get trade started, get the mercenary group going, get the castle keep in order. They fly the banners of Cormyr, of Del Castle, of House Traylon, and they have their own flag, which eventually I'm sure Finn will create. They'll come up with their design for their keep and for their flag for Ebonshade. What is that, Finn? Why am I looking at a picture of Kada half cut off? Okay, that was there and that disappeared. I don't know what Finn's doing. Stop it. So life goes on. At the Ebonshade, we have basically done what we needed to do. Here, everyone is either level 11 or 10 and 1. Is basically the gist of it. Lots going on in the background. So, is there anything the players would like to do before we start the adventure?
I'm good to go.
Done everything. Yeah.
All right.
I just wanted to present the severed head of the Dragonborn to the captain of the guard of the town that they had attacked.
Sure. I think you did that while you were there.
Yeah.
And Green S, the governor, Night Hill.
Yeah, I just, wanted to put it out there.
He looks at it disgustingly and is like, thank you. And they actually put that on top of the keep as a warning for us too. So that happened before you guys moved out and everything. Anything else?
Guess
No, I
not.
think that's
Okay.
it.
All right. So you guys are doing your daily routine. It's standard stuff, comings and goings, people coming in and out. Morgan every morning and every night is tortured by McGarvin, basically. Kata does the exercises and stuff along with you guys. In the afternoon, she's always running around helping. She's a ball of energy, just soaking up everything she can get her grubby little mind on. She has her own little hoard of books and stuff in her own room, you guys. She's a typical teenager. Her room's a mess. Shit's everywhere. But she takes walks with Celestial nature. Celestial's teaching her about nature in the woods because you guys are close to the woods and the mountains. Not too far. She talks about lore of stories with Oregon. She gets philosophy and martial arts training and fighting with McCarvin and Morgan. Rogaris she just likes drinking with, which you encourage because you like to drink Rogaris. But it doesn't seem to have any effect on her. For some reason, her dragon metabolism always causes you to get more slurred than you want to be. Valron, she and the elf emissary, she's all about magical knowledge, and she's becoming quite the sorcerer herself, so you guys oversee her magical teaching. So her days are kept busy. She goes on little trips with you guys. When Oregon goes to play in the taverns and bars, she sits there and like a little puppy just watching, and is very protective of Oregon. Someone tried to muscle him one time, and she actually grabbed him by the arm, lifted him up, and threw him out the bar.
Nice.
Which threw everybody off because she's only like 5'3" and like 120 pounds by appearance. But yeah, that completely threw everybody off. And then she went back to having puppy dog eyes that Oregon I see played his musical notes. So that's kind of the life in general, what's been going on. Nothing major, but we'll say for this, you guys are all having your weekly dinner when one of the servants comes in and you guys are all sitting down for like what you guys considered a family meal. You guys do this once a week. You guys are eating and having fun and talking, and you guys are around a table in your nice new manor castle that you guys you own or renting to own. You get word that Lady Amaroon and a visitor. While you're sitting there, Oregon, you're at the table. It's a round table, and one of them comes and whispers, "My lord, Lady Amaroon is here with a guest." You're muted, Finn.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Should I see them in, my liege?
Nope. I will go myself.
Okay. So you see someone come over,
So
whispers.
I stand up. I stand up and I let everyone know. Amaroon is here. And then I start walking to the door. I don't know if anyone else is going to do anything, but
Kata bolts up and runs.
I run with her.
She scoops you up and carries you along.
There we go. And with me is Blue. So on my shoulder is also my pseudo dragon, which is a little blue dragon as well.
Yeah, he's trying to keep up because Kata's fast. She just scoops you up. She's like,
You see like
she's
this
squealing.
little dragon following behind.
Anybody else do anything?
I'm too sore to get up, so I will finish eating.
Yes, you are very sore. You give Kata a dirty look because she is doing the same thing you are, and she is not affected in any ways.
Rogaris will finish eating because anytime Amaroon shows up, we go places.
That's not wrong.
God. All right, you guys go
It's not wrong.
to your main foyer area. You see that there's guards that you guys have hired and stuff there. I mean, you fully furnished keep with guards. You've got the mercenaries. You've got staff, chefs. I mean, you guys have hit the high life. And you go running in there because you didn't allow the servant to go back in and introduce yourselves or anything. So he just, as soon as you guys bolt up and go, you see this older gentleman, very distinguished, very thin hair on the side, balding. Like, you just see as you're running by, he looks at Kata doing that. He's like, oh God, not again. Then you guys just haul ass out there. You guys do, and Amarin, not thinking, Oregon drops you and just runs up and jumps into Amarin's arms. Kata, and she runs up and gives Amarin a big hug, and Aaron gives her a hug back because she's been kind of tooling her a little bit as well. And you notice that she has a person cloaked with her as well.
I bow to Amaroon.
She gives you a smirk, little head nod. It's like, how are you doing, Oregon?
I'm doing quite well. Come in. We're all we're still eating right now, so come join us.
She's like, I haven't eaten. And you can tell from her clothes and stuff that she's dirty and dusty, and the person with her is dirty and dusty as well. She's like, I would like to come and eat, but could I freshen up real quick?
She's dirty and dusty?
Mm-hmm. But then she looks at that, and she's like, she's just prestidigitation, and she's clean.
That's what I was going to do. I was going to do prestidigitation on it. Okay.
But, so you guys go in there. So you guys are all in there eating and stuff and celebrating. The Amaroon comes in and with their guy that still has his hook pulled over. And as he walks in, he pulls his cloak down, and you see that it is the monk, Leosin Erlanthar, who you guys rescued from the cult of the Dragon Camp.
Please, sit down.
So she sits down, food's brought to her. You guys are eating chicken and quail and beef. Rogaris has like 4 meats in front of him that he's just chomping on. He's got like a leg of turkey in one hand and like a piece of ham in the other. And then Morgan's face is in his plate because he passed out from exhaustion. Celestia's just smiling and doing her thing, and then Yusef is just quietly eating his food. So Lady Amaroon comes in with Leosin, and they come in and sit down. Wine's given to them. They eat. You guys want to let them eat before you guys discuss anything, or?
No, I ask. So, what brings you here?
We have news, urgent news, that is going to require all of your efforts. But we can speak of this after we eat. I'm hungry. And you just see her reach over and grab a huge leg of turkey and just start chomping down.
I'm watching Kata's reaction to all of this.
Kata's just like a little schoolgirl. She's like, teenage. She's hero worshipping Amaroon. She's just sitting there by her side, like, so Auntie Amaroon, and then I learned this and this, and Amaroon too. He's very patient with her and just smiling, and they're doing girl talk and stuff, and Leosin is just quietly smiling and just eating because you can tell he was hungry too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will continue to eat until they're ready to talk.
All right, you guys finish your meal. You guys go into. Everyone asks if there's a place where you guys can go, and you know of a place. You take her into what you guys call your war room. You guys have a little area set aside that has maps and things of that nature that you guys have set up, where you kind of direct missions for the caravans, things of that nature, and where you have formal meetings with like any kind of military personnel or anything like that from the kingdom. And so you guys go into this room. You know that it's secured. Everyone sits down, gets comfortable. There's a fire in here, mainly just for appearance right now because it is summertime. It's at the end of summer, getting too close to fall. And, the weather's still warm. It's not cold. A little bit cooler nights because you are further north. So a little bit of a fire is there, but it's more for just appearance than anything. If anybody's feeling a little bit of a chill, you are in a castle, So you guys sit down, and Amaroon grabs some wine, and everyone sits down, and she says, I'll let Leosin speak to you guys. And Leosin comes forward, and he's like, well, when last I left you guys, I was tracking the cult of the dragon. It looks like treasure's being moved, but we have a point of contact in the city of El Terrell. The paladin I told you about that I was reporting to has news for us. I I can tell you through our dealings, the Harpers have been able to find out that the Cult of the Dragon is no longer interested in what they were interested in now. It's all about Tiamat, and they have been hitting places all over Faerun for collecting loot. That's all we know. But we need you to come with us and get on the trail of this. Onthar, who I told you about previously, is who we're going to meet there. And he has more information and a mission for all of us.
Okay. I kind of look around. Are we ready?
Kid is like, right, let me get my stuff and we're going.
Stuff.
She's like, I've got stuff. She looks at you with a pouty face, Morgren.
I chuckle a little bit.
Everyone's like, I don't know if you should go, Kada. She looks at her, she's like, well, why not? I should go. I'm strong. I'll go get my stuff. Everyone looks at Celestia, Oregon, and Valoran pleadingly like, you guys gonna do something about this?
Oregon looks at Valoran.
What does Valoran do?
I look at is Celestra like not here like mentally, like she's communing with nature right now?
You're all in the room. I don't know what Celestia. What are you doing when this happens? Tails. All right. So apparently Celestia is not speaking at the moment. So
Okay.
yes.
Then I will respond. Okay. So Kada, with all of us leaving here, I know it does sound like it would be fun to go with us, but our home does need protecting, and with all of us gone, you're probably the best capable of doing that and help protecting our friends here at the keep as well. We wouldn't want anything to happen to
Roll a
our
persuasion
home.
check.
So like my awesome browser just crashed. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna fail a persuasion check. I can tell you that before I roll, but hopefully not.
Can I? I would
That's
be
why
repeating it though. So would I be
No.
able to do it also?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was trying not to be the one to be the speaker, but it kind of got put on me anyway.
Well, I was just looking at you. You just went ahead and started saying something. So.
Teals is back, he says.
Okay.
Sorry, I had a panic spill and I had to run because he had milk. It's like, oh god.
That will happen.
Yes.
He rolled a natural 1.
Teals Jr. did roll a natural 1.
Yep. So roll your persuasion there, Valron.
I am trying, but unfortunately, I'm having to close my browser again. What's going on? One more time. Looks like it's loading.
Can I try and say something completely different from that?
After he rolls his persuasion check, let's see how it goes.
Okay. Do you know what your modifier is? Because we can just roll it for you if you want, Corin.
Or just click on persuasion.
it just came. I just got my character sheet up finally.
Speaking of ones,
Wow.
So she hears that, and she looks at you, Valron, like, listen,
It's not a lie.
No, you're not lying.
Well, no, I know. I was just making sure that was clear.
You're trying to persuade her into your thinking, right? You're not trying to be deceptive, right? So that's why I didn't have your persuasion. She's not buying the argument, and she's like, "I'm going." She storms off and goes get her stuff.
I shrug my shoulders and I say, "Sometimes it's what I mean. She's very hard to tell a teenager no."
I say let her come along. It'll be fun.
McCarvin's like, she'll be fine.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go to her and say, "Listen, Kata, you know about Fern, right? You've met Fern. You like Fern, right?"
Yes.
We have to go without Fern, and I need you to take care of him for me. And I don't trust anybody else to take care of Fern. We have to make sure Fern and Orchid stay alive.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage. What are the weakest ass?
I rolled the 1 too. What the hell is going on? Wow, what is with the ones?
She's really not hearing it. She's off. She goes and grabs her stuff.
Wow.
Faerun is just chuckling, and so is Leosin. They're just like, you guys are awful.
Yeah, and then me and McCarvin are like, all,
you guys have both
come
done
along.
it. I don't have a chance in hell now.
It'll be fine.
Oh, you're the woman. You might have a better chance.
Yeah,
so Rogaris will go and start preparing Kata's spot in the wagon.
Yeah. She's like, oh no, there'll be no wagons for this. And you guys have, it's like horses and stuff. You'll be. I've got it arranged. Leosin nods, like, yep.
Yeah, I'll go grab my pack from the armory.
All right. She's like, haste is important, so we must. I must get you there, but I cannot stay with you. Much is happening, but Leosin will guide you to your point of contact with the paladin.
That's fine.
Do we have any idea what we're facing as far as people? Is it just Cult of the Dragon, or have they allied themselves with anybody?
You don't know. You have to wait to get your briefing.
I was hoping the intelligence monk would tell us.
Well, no, he's like, we know that they are hoarding treasure. For what purpose, we don't know yet. But the paladin has come across some information, but he wants to have a group ready to rock and roll and go get it, take care of this as soon as we can make it happen.
Well, we're ready to roll.
Why are we standing around bullshitting?
Well, I tell Amaroon, do you think you can dissuade her? She seems to be in one of those moods, and she looks up to you.
It's not my place.
Since Kata
just let her come
like she's
along.
Coming with us, should we give her any equipment? Like, does she have anything?
She has her stuff.
Fine.
Well, what stuff does she have?
She'll be fine.
She comes down and she's got a cloak on, and she's got her backpack, and she's got a backpack that is 2 times the size of a normal backpack, but she has packed a ton of crap. But it doesn't seem to be weighing her down at all. She's like, aha! And a walking stick, and she's like, let's go, guys.
Please tell me there's a teddy bear.
Kata, you have to listen to me now. We're going into something that's dangerous.
Of course.
1, no lifting me up, and 2, you have to stay right by either me, Balron, or Celestra. Okay? That's how you can come with us.
Okay.
Okay.
And she starts smiling. She's super excited. She's like,
I lift my hand up so she can hold my hand.
She lifts you up and starts carrying you.
I said don't. What did I just say?
She says, but we haven't left yet. And she starts talking to you like, you're so cute, Uncle Oregon. I love you so much.
Okay. Fine. You got me there. You're a clever one. Okay. I think we're ready.
Cameron just shakes her head and then opens the portal. We'll say you guys spoke to Leon Giron in your preparations. They know you guys are leaving. Yeah. They're in charge. They know the deal, and they will make sure everything's in order of, and Amber's like, I'll check on the place and stuff. And so she opens the portal. You guys go. You're instantly teleported outside this city. It's getting close to nighttime. It's definitely nighttime there. Actually, no, it would be. It's earlier in the day a little bit, so it's not quite nighttime. It's starting to get dusk when you guys arrive there. So she gets you there outside the city, and says, Leo here will get you square away, and I must bid you guys adieu, and I will be in contact with you.
Be safe.
Very well. And I bow.
She gives you a head nod, and then she goes back through the portal, and then she's gone. And Leo's like, well, we must make haste, so let us go. And you guys are on a hilltop overlooking El Turel. It's a large, looks like orderly city overlooking the river Shionarth. And I will bring you guys a map to where you are here in just 1 second. Let us go there. That's not what I want. That's what I want. So let's go to the map of where you guys are. And I will ping it on the map here for you. So, previously you guys had fought in Greenest. I'm pinging it on the map there. You now are here at El Turel.
Let me zoom in on it in the thing. Hold on. That way people can see it. Okay, ping again. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little fuzzy, but it's there.
El Turel.
There we go. Now it's good. Now it's cleared up.
El Turel. We're going up there to El Turel to get us some victuals.
I had El Toro listed, just so you know. I wrote El Toro because I didn't.
El Toro.
So we're going to a military base?
We're going to go to El Toro to have some quesadillas.
I thought we were prepping to fight the aliens.
That's why we can't have nice things, gentlemen. Alright, so Leo seems to know where he's going. So he's like, we are heading to the headquarters of the Order of the Gauntlet. So that's where he starts leading you guys there. So you guys are making your way in. Anything? You guys, you see as you guys are walking back, you do see a tavern on the way there called A Pair of Black Antlers. Anything you see? Kata is just like, oh, she's not holding you, and she puts you down, Oregon. She's minding her manners.
I have my hand up, though, so she can hold my hand. It's kind of like the opposite. You know how normally you hold a kid's hand and you walk with them? I'm trying to do the same thing, but I look like a kid.
She's dragging you along, yeah.
That's fine.
She's just like, oh. She's been to Arabelle in a few places, and Arabelle's a big city, but it's a different type of city, so she's just, you can tell Oregon she's really tense, but excited tense. Like she just wants to go check out everything, but she's behaving.
Yeah. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for thieves' marks.
And he says we actually have to go to and so Leo's like, we need to go to the Black Antler and wait. We'll be summoned. They know when I go there that when they're ready, they'll come get us. So if you guys want to grab something to drink or anything and chill out in the bar, then or just relax. And then when you guys get in there, you see there's arm wrestling going on. Drinking, you see all kinds of stuff happening. Anything you guys want to do in the tavern?
Did the time of day change, or what time of day is it?
It's
right
a little
now?
bit earlier, late afternoon, beginning to get early evening, because it was starting to become. It was dusk, almost nighttime, where you were in Cormyr. So you've traveled west.
Okay.
I am going to have an ale.
All right, you order an ale. Amaroon orders expensive wine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kata orders expensive wine.
I'll start performing.
I'd like to do a history check on this.
Kata immediately says, forget the wine, and goes and follows Oregon to the stage. And it's a rowdy place, but it's a friendly place. People are having a good time and stuff. You can see that it's a mix of townsfolks and locals and adventurers. It's a big place. What did you want to do, Valron? Valron?
Hello? Okay.
Yes. Hi.
It muted for a second, sorry, and it wouldn't unmute. I would like to do a history check of this town, the area kind of thing, just to see if I know anything about this area.
Yeah. Yeah.
23.
Yeah, give me a second.
And let me know when you want me to do my performance check.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. See how you do.
Natural 20, hooray!
Yay, you are just killing it. And, of course, you've done this a lot now with Kata, so she's dancing and stuff, and people are cheering and clapping as she dances. And you actually make 12 gold. With Kata's charm and beauty and your playing, you've got the entire keep stops what they're doing, even the arm wrestling that was going on, and everybody's clapping and looking at you and stuff like that. So, give me a second. The information of El Toro is not it's not cooperating with me, Valron. You know that this is an independent city. It is the capital of the land in the region of El Tugard. You know that is a major area that dominates the river Chionthar, Chionthar. It's known for its trade. Mainly, it is the capital. It has a single absolute ruler. You don't know who that is. You do know that the Torm has a strong presence here, which makes sense because you figure that the paladin you're speaking to is probably of Torm. Anything specific else you want to know?
No, that's good.
Okay. So you guys are drinking and stuff, having a good time. Orgon's playing his music. Kata is doing her dance. You guys make some gold, which more than pays for your drinks, and you make enough that you usually have. If Orgon, you want to use some of the gold for the drinks.
Yes.
Okay, so just 3 gold for all the drinks you guys consume.
Okay.
And about 2 hours in, it's nighttime. You see that a squire comes into the room. Leosin, who's been sent by McCarvin, they've been kind of sharing stories. They're both monks and stuff. So after you get done playing and stuff, you guys are sitting there and they're sharing stories and philosophies and stuff. And Kata is just eating it up, like, she's kind of teasing them back and forth. Oh yeah, well McCarvin can do this, and then Leo's like, oh, can he? And she's like, but I saw Leo do this, and McCarvin's like, oh really? And McCarvin goes, oh, I forgot. He has you, Grim, go outside and do your exercises.
Damn it!
Before they leave, I say, McCarvin, is it? Before they leave,
No, just
Morgan.
Morgan's just leaving because he has to go do his exercises.
I asked.
Okay. Well, I still will ask McCarvin something.
What's
So
dragon chick's name again? One day I'll remember it. I asked her if she wants to come practice.
She squeals and goes running outside with you. So you know that you guys have to do 25 handstand push-ups and all this other movements
I asked
and stuff.
McCarvin before this. Do you think it's wise for them to get exhausted before we know what we're dealing with?
He gives you a look like, really?
Don't make me drop you down a well again.
I've been doing this for 3 months non-stop.
I trust you. I'm just saying. I just want to make sure.
He has to practice every day. It is part of his training.
Okay.
Do I question you?
And I go back to drinking.
Do I question you about your magic learning and things of that nature? Or your music playing?
My guess is at some point he did, but I'm going to say okay. And just continue drinking.
Yeah, his eyes are... He's got that sly McCarvin smile staring at you. Yeah, and Leon's sitting there next to him, like with his hands up, like, "Yeah, that's part of training, man. What are you talking about? That's what it's a monk. What are you supposed to? You got to do your training." That's a little bit time.
Duh.
Yeah, you're outside. You've kind of gathered a crowd there. You and Kata, as you guys are outside, people are kind of giving you looks, and they're kind of staring at you. And as you guys are doing your push-ups and all these other works that you're doing, so you guys are doing your movements, your katas, everything like that. And so you guys are outside doing that, and while that's going on, the squire shows up to your tavern, and then says, he's ready for you, Leo. Son, if you would follow me." And Leo's like, "Well, are we done here, folks? Good, paid. All right, let's go." And McCarvin's like, "Very good. Let's go. But first, let me check on
tap the brooch.
pupils."
I tap the brooch and say, "Morgrim, we're leaving."
McCarvin comes on there. "I will handle them."
Okay.
And so you guys go outside and you see Kata's just hopping around doing all her exercises. She's sweating, but she seems to be like really enjoying herself. And at this point, Morgan, you have adjusted, your body's adjusted to it, so you don't feel pain anymore in the sense that it burns when you're doing the exercises and the training, but you still feel it. So you're pretty worked up when you get done. So McCarvin comes out there, is like, "All right, we're good."
I thank what's her name for coming along, and let's go.
I love doing that. And so you guys get up and then you guys follow the squire, and you go to the Order of the Gauntlet. And you guys are taking it to it looks like a military citadel in this city, that is designed. You see that this is a citadel of Torm. And so when you go in there, you're brought in into a office room. You're made comfortable. You're offered water. There's no wine here. So if anybody's thirsty and stuff, you can get some water, things of that nature. And this giant 6'6" human comes into the room. Well, no, how would I describe Faerun?
Big dude.
He's a big dude. He comes in and he sits
Just
down.
don't ask him to put free throws.
You guys all stand up when he walks in because there's a couple of paladins and some other people you don't recognize in this room. It's a big kind of like war council room that you guys have, like a giant version of what you guys have at Ebonshane Manor. So let's. He comes in there and he sits down and he says, "My friends, please be seated. We have important business to discuss. At this point, you know almost about as much about everything as we do, and thanks to you, we know twice as much today as we did 10 days ago. Something rotten is afoot. We have no formal organization to oppose these rascals, not yet anyway. We're working on that, and we need people like you who know how and when to fight, and how and when to keep their heads down and observe. We can't promise you anything for this, except that there will be long days ahead filled with danger and stress. But what could be better than that, eh?" And he kind of gives a mischievous smile. And you see that after he makes that speech, he says he is a member of the Umthar Froom says that he is a paladin of the of Torm, and that you guys probably could have guessed that from walking in. He is a powerfully built man. Like, he is like the mountain from like Game of Thrones big. Like, he's a big, strong, power. And you can see that he wears the holy symbol of the gauntlet of Torm. And it is this time that Leo comes in. He says, yes, the Harpers, who I am a part of, and this is the first time you've ever heard Leo say that he's part of the Harpers, are working together. And basically what they've understood is that the Cult of the Dragon has been hitting places along the Dragon Coast and in other places, and that they have been taking treasure to the north. They start talking about the Cult of the Dragon in the past. It was more active to the east, and it was focused on creating dragon liches. And they are concerned in this area, and just in general, its shift to the Sword Coast, the new emphasis on living dragons, and on Tiamat. They've been given word that the cult is on the move and it's up to something big. The Order of the Gauntlet, the Harpers, and the third allied group, known as the Emerald Enclave, want to thwart the cult's plans. And you guys are going to be the spearhead for this. He then says, I'm very well acquainted with your work. Would any of you be interested in joining the Order of the Gauntlet? Nobody's
What would be involved in the
Around
Order of the
and say-
Gauntlet?
Well, you serve us in Torm, and you fight injustice and evil.
Who are your main
I
villains?
kind of look around.
Anything
If
evil.
no one. I say we would love to be fighting with Torm. As for fighting for Torm, that would be something to discuss maybe in the future.
Well, I had to try. He kind of chuckles. I had to try. Leo's like, listen, we tried to get him to join the Harpers, and they weren't buying it. So, good luck with that, buddy. He kind of gives you all a quick smirk of amusement.
That's okay. And then some dude comes in, hey, you want to join? There's 10 grand in. And we were like, all, welcome to the club. We're in.
The third group that you said you're allied with, the Order of the Emerald?
Emerald Enclave.
Okay, well, tell me more about them, please.
They're an enclave full of emeralds.
They're just an allied organization. Roll a history check. Because they could tell you something, and then you could be like, I don't know what that is.
Ooh, nice.
What'd you get?
19.
Okay. What can I tell you with the 19? Give me a second. The Emerald Enclave is it's a far-ranging group that opposes threats to the natural world and helps others survive from that. A lot of druids and rangers work for the Emerald Enclave. They believe that natural order must be respected and preserved. Forces that seek to upset their natural balance must be destroyed. And the wilderness can be harsh. Not everyone can survive in it without assistance. So a lot of elves, human rangers, druids preserve the balance good of nature and things of that nature. That's the Emerald Enclave.
So they're the nature version of the Harpers.
In a sense, yeah. Different philosophy of what they protect and stuff. I mean, that's kind of what you remember about them. You've heard of them before.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the 19 you have. Typically, you would have been like, I'd have no idea. Corinth, you know immediately who this is, and you're quite impressed with how well Rogaris knows the Emerald Enclave. You, of course, know them very well.
Rogaris had 3 months to learn to read a book.
What book was the Emerald
It was
Enclave?
a comic book.
The Emerald Enclave and You.
It was Green Arrow and Green Lantern, but, it was close.
Yeah, Kata's had an influence on Rogaris. He's like, Uncle Rogaris, you're going to read this book. And he's like, no, I'm not. She's like, yes, you are. And he was reading it the next day.
It was a colored book.
Drinking songs for dummies.
Yeah. You mentioned that you know that the clan of the dragon, the cult of the dragon, has been going north with everything. Do we know how far north?
That's when they start briefing you guys. So you guys are going to be the spearhead. They know that the cult is amassing treasure and shipping it north. Where exactly the treasure is going and what the cult plans to do with it are the next two questions that need answering. That's what you guys come in. Faerun and Erlithar and everybody else in there would like the characters to find the cult's caravan, maybe join it and accompany it on the journey. So they know that they have these caravans. You can get hired as guards, as caravan people, however you want to infiltrate this. Represent, you guys are in trade, so maybe you guys want to somehow forge some stuff. You guys are good at that. They said timing is an issue. The maps that you guys found from Mondath Chamber indicate that there were wagons heading west to pick up the Coastway Road, where they would turn north to Baragos and Baldur's Gate. They figured that Baldur's Gate would be the next stop for this caravan. That you can get ahead of them, and they're always looking for guards, that kind of stuff. So that's their latest intel they have on this. So they would try to get you to Baldur's Gate with horses. You guys will arrive a couple days or right around the time that they do, and they're always looking for mercenaries to hire that they've been able to figure that out. They said they can actually get you there faster by sailing because they're bogged down by loot and stuff, and taking the rougher routes offside the roads and stuff. So they've got a ship as well. It's whatever you guys prefer. They say the ships will get you there faster. They'll sail down the river and get you to Boulder Gate well ahead of them.
I think the sailing is probably the best idea, because then we could put our ears to the ground and be prepared.
All right. Kata is squeezing your hand, Oregon, to pain because she heard that you guys are going to go sailing, and she is like, eee!
I look at her and go, eee! Back.
She's like squeezing the hell out of your hand. Make a strength check.
Oh no.
Well, let me open up the character sheet. Hurry up and load. It's taking a little while.
One, you hear some crunching noises.
17.
She rolled an 18. So it hurts. you take 1 point of squeezing damage.
Okay.
You guys saw over to see Oregon's face turning purple as she's squeezing there in joy. And then she looks down, she's like, oh! And then she bends down, like, oh, I'm sorry.
I give her a hug.
So, with that, he says, we've got clothes if you need them for outfits, whatever you guys need, let us know. The ship's ready to go when you guys are, so if there's anything you need from us for this mission, let us know. We'll provide whatever you need, outfits, disguises, whatever you guys need.
So I still have 2 robes of the cult of the dragon on me.
Yeah, we don't want to use those. Not yet.
Not yet, but I'm just saying I have 2 of them. Figured we'd need these at some point. And I kind of show them to the guy and say, do you think you have anything that looks like these?
You show that to who?
Who was the guy? Was it
Oh, the
Gunther
paladin?
that was
Yeah.
talking to?
So it's
Yeah.
it's like, well, you probably want to look like mercenaries, that kind of stuff. Kind of like you do now a little bit. You guys are a little armored up and stuff. Maybe, you know.
We're a little bit recognizable, maybe.
Yeah, just change your appearance and stuff. And
Let's see. What can we do?
A different set of robes for me would work, I guess.
Does the Cult of the Dragon, have they learned anything more about us?
you don't know. They said the only thing that they were able to ascertain about your actions is that a group of adventurers came in and kicked the living snot out of their camp and destroyed it down south. You know, that's about it. That's all the information the Harpers have been able to glean. They haven't really been able to infiltrate the organization yet. Or if they have, they haven't got any information from the informants they do have in there about your exploits.
Okay. All right. So where can we go to get some disguises?
They have them there. You guys can pick whatever you need. They said they have everything you need.
Yeah, I'm going to change into a different robe and pull out my disguise kit
There you go.
and make my face look a little bit different.
Roll.
That'd be deception, right?
I think you just hit your disguise kit. It should pop a roll, shouldn't it?
No, it just says it has cosmetics, hair dye, and small props that let you do stuff.
Boy, what would we roll for that? Yeah, let's...
It usually is deception.
Yeah, roll deception, see how well you did with it. You don't do a very good job.
Well, I was just trying to disguise like features that would,
I mean, you do a manageable job that you think.
Can I borrow his disguise?
I mean, I'm not making
Yeah.
myself look completely different. Just like if I had something, just maybe make my nose a little bit longer or something like that.
It's passable. Now, for everybody, you see, Kata goes, and then she turns into like this. For everybody, she doesn't think about. She just turns into like this mercenary-looking young lady with like spiked hair and stuff.
Hey, Morgrim, can I borrow your kit?
Yeah, I let him, and I look at that. What's her name? And say, I like the new look.
She's like,
Okay. So I'm gonna use the disguise kit and see if I can get myself to look more like a halfling than a gnome.
Roll.
31.
I hate you.
Jesus. Yeah, Finn, you changed so much. People, like, if they didn't know it was you, they would have no idea that it was you.
Okay.
What do you guys, Celestia?
Thank you, Morgrim, and then I give you.
We'll
back
say
the
you
disguise
guys
kit.
use some cloaks and stuff just to make your appearance where your armor doesn't show up and stuff like that. So, anybody else looking to change?
So, if
drastically?
anything, I can be a fly on the wall. I mean,
Sure.
Rogaris will pull out a dagger
Uh-huh.
and actually cut about a foot off his beard.
Okay. So that happens.
that escalated quickly.
So instead of going down to a little bit past your belt line, it goes to about just past your midpoint of your chest.
Them's fighting words, cutting a dwarf's beard.
Yusuf, is Andrew with us yet? No, he's not.
No.
Yeah, Yusuf
I don't
just
see
gives
him.
you.
Let me tag him and just double check.
He gives you a look like, I can't believe you just did that, you potato head.
You'll have to buy me a drink first.
You had a dumbass.
That'll make me look younger.
All right. So you guys get your disguises and everything. You get on the ship. Anything else you guys request of them?
Dramamine?
Yeah, you guys have never been on.
Am I able to buy another disguise kit?
Dwarves are really known
They
for
give
their
you one.
lovable
They give you one. They've got everything you need because they're asking you to do this. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take another disguise because I figure we're gonna need it along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Rogaris will just grab like a general overall cloak, just something that can cover up his armor.
Yeah, you see McCarvin change into a human-looking monk with brown hair.
I'd like to make sure that I look
Yeah,
up.
Valoran, what are you changing into?
No, I'm kind of the area outside this place. I want to make sure that I memorize what this place looks like and
It's ingrained in your memory. That's not a problem.
Yeah. So that's something I just want to make sure that I do that, and otherwise I can just use a spell if I need to change my appearance somewhat. But I'm just a guy in a robe and a staff, so I don't really stand that much out.
All right. So they let you know that there will be horses provided to you when you get to Boulder's Gate. So you guys will have some form of being like, and they're like, just do what you need to do. So you guys get on the boat. Anything else for? And really, it's a 2 to 3 day trip. So really, I mean, it's just to get to Boulder's Gate. However, you guys get on the boat. You guys take off that night. So you have 2 days. You're going to be on this boat. Everybody roll a Constitution saving throw.
See who gets seasick.
I am definitely seasick.
So mine's actually 15.
How's it 15?
I have a +2 from one of my items that it
Okay.
isn't adding in yet. I just haven't figured that part out.
Well, that reminds me too. I wonder if it already calculates it because the Ring of Protection and Cloak of Protection give a bonus to saving throws as well.
Not that I'm aware of. No. It's just protection. It's AC. It's not saving throws. But we'll look at that. Grim, remind me to look that up. I'm not going to do it right now, but for the purposes of this, Finn, you are sick as a dog. You throw up a lot. Like you have never been so sick in your life, Oregon. You are sick as snot for the entire trip. Grim, you're a little bit sick, but not too bad. John, you're a little bit sick, not too bad. Tills, you feel one with the world. It doesn't bother you. You and McGarvin are just like...
I'd like to say, during the nighttime, I'd turn into a giant owl and fly along above the boat just to get out and about.
Yes, you do that, not a problem. Kata is taking care of you, Oregon, because she is so worried about you. You are green. You thought this would be great, but as soon as you got on the river and the rocking and everything, you look like death. You look like Morgan did.
Can I, as I'm vomiting, can I cast Prestidigitation on the area that I vomit? So I'm like trying to constantly clean up everything I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing the entire.
But you really,
you
don't want to eat. You're basically just trying to drink water, and you can't keep it down. So as soon as you get water in you, you're throwing it up and stuff. I mean, you are miserable. Grim, you and Rogaris, Yusef's fine. He's not here to roll, so I'll just say he's okay. Corinth, you're a little woozy, but nothing too bad, right? But Grim, you guys feel the effects a little bit. You're a little queasy, but you don't want to eat too much because you might throw up at any time, but you are right on the cusp. You're not too happy on the boat trip.
Well, when it gets to the point to where I'm really not doing all too well, I'll turn my wing boots on and just hover there so I'm stable while the boat's rocking.
Yeah, so
I don't get too queasy.
you go floating around and stuff. And poor Kata, she is just so worried about you, Oregon. She is constantly at your side taking care of you and stuff. So 2 days go along, and you guys continue on and do your trip and stuff. And give me a second.
Oh, while you're taking a pause real quick, I just checked. Cloaks and Rings of Protection do add saving throws, but if you did the drag and drop of the protection, the cloak and the ring from Roll20, it automatically does it. So it automatically adds it to your saving throws. So
okay. So you guys get to Baldur's Gate with that happening. On the third day, you guys can start seeing Baldur's Gate coming into view. As you guys exit the river into Baldur's Gate and stuff, you can kind of see it here on the map. Let's see, where's Baldur's Gate? It's along the path of the river here. And so you guys get to Baldur's Gate, and when you guys see there, you see Baldur's Gate is a huge city. Corinth, if you want to give them a breakdown of Baldur's Gate, roll a history check for me.
$27.
Good God. Well, you know Baldur's Gate is a bustling center of trade, with goods coming from the north and the south by wagon along the tradeway and by ship on the Sea of Swords, and from the east along the river Shanthar, and from Cormyr and Symbia. You know, it's situated on a prominent bluff next to the river, overlooking an excellent natural harbor. It is divided into 3 distinct segments. The upper city, where the richest and most influential citizens live, and where the city's marketplace is, called the Wide. The lower city, which surrounds the harbor, and where most of the city merchants live and conduct their business, and the outer city, which lies outside the walls, and where most of the city's laborers reside. But it's not bad. It's not a squalor situation. And you guys arrive there. You get off the ship.
And I start kissing the ground immediately.
Yes, you see Oregon just get onto the deck off the ship and immediately starts kissing the ground, and you start feeling a little bit better immediately. So,
well, at least you aren't kissing the poop deck.
You know that Faerun says,
I was cleaning up after myself.
You know that you have a contact here, which was by the name of Akin, Ackyn, that Faerun had recommended to you. He's a trader, and he operates an equipage business in the outer city north of the city wall in a district called Blackgate. And you know that he sells material needed for long distance freight hauling, wagons, rope, netting, grease, chains, wheels, and stuff. You know that he has a shop for wagons and that kind of stuff. And he says he's the person you guys need to get in contact with. That he knows he doesn't hire people like mercenaries and stuff, but he knows who you can get in touch with here in Baldur's Gate to be hired on.
Cool, let's go.
All right, so you guys have arrived in the afternoon. So you guys, you don't know how the city layout is. So, Morgan, you're gonna.
I can keep my eyes out for the thieves' cant symbols, which usually will give you
roll a perception check.
Ways around. General perception or just
perception?
Ew, no.
You're not seeing them. They must be well hidden, but you know, if you had time, you could probably spot them out. But it's just a general look. You're not seeing them, maybe because maybe they do it differently here. So it's just not, you're not picking up on them right away. But you know where to go. You just don't know where to go or how to get there. What do you guys do?
So we're heading towards the Black Gate, you said. It's near the Black Gate.
District called Black Gate.
Oh, okay. So
you know that's in the outer city north of the city wall. And a district called Black Gate.
Okay. So we can head in that general direction, right?
Towards
the north of the city?
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay. It is taking forever for the character sheet to load.
Get better internet.
It's not the internet. My internet is otherwise fine. So just an intelligence check.
Yeah, there's something going on with Roll20.
15.
For me too.
All right, not bad. You're able to basically figure it out, from Corinth's description of the city and what he's able to tell you about the districts and stuff. Takes a little bit of time, a good hour or so to kind of get your feet under you a little bit, Oregon, but you're able to get your way to this place. And when you get there, you see that it's a shop that's got wagons, and there's a store, and there's repairs being done. There's lots of people going in and out, and you go into the store.
Okay. How is the store kind of laid out?
It's laid out with the shop, and then on the side is like a what you would like a garage area where there's wagons in there being fixed and stuff like that.
Okay. Do I see anyone matching the description of Akin?
Roll a perception check.
9.
Wow.
Don't see anybody fitting his description.
Okay.
I will
So you
ask.
just see me kind of looking around.
I'll ask around, where can we find so-and-so, Akin?
One of the ladies walks by, and she's like, he's right over there. And you see a man with a couple of customers doing business.
Thank you, madam.
She just goes about taking care of customers and stuff.
I'll walk over there then and kind of peruse the wares near where he's
he's with a man and a woman.
Where he's with the customers,
talking,
waiting for the customers to be done, but I'm kind of perusing the wares in the meantime.
Okay.
Looking at all the stuff here.
Yeah, it's good quality stuff. I mean, it's mainly for caravan stuff. You can see it's a lot of mechanical stuff, nature ropes, wagons, supplies, that kind of stuff. I got food here, so I'm going to eat while we do this, because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah, I haven't eaten. All right.
Rapper.
Yeah, it's tinfoil. It's a burrito. I'm starving. He finally gets done, and he's like, "Hey, where there? Can I help you?"
Hi. Unthar sent us.
We say that out loud.
I kind of whisper it to him. Like, I lean over to say it to him.
I was like, oh, okay. He gives you a nod to follow him. Just you, Oregon. He leads you into the back. He has a small office back there. He's like, so you're the ones that they told me would be coming.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We are... I believe you know what we're looking for.
I do indeed, and I'm here to vouch for you. Now, what you're going to need to do is, he gives you a name of a person to go contact. There's a city person you need to go contact that you guys are available for caravans going north. He's got a letter for you. I vouch for you, but you'll need to talk with them, and then you'll have to figure out who this caravan you're looking for is. We don't know who they are, but that's the way it works.
Okay. And I look at the paper. What does the paper say?
Okay. Sorry, I'm hungry. It's just a writ of recommendation that you guys are so-and-so group of mercenaries, no name associated with you, looking for work, that you would give to this person to give you access to the area to be hired on.
Okay. Okay. And the city person he's referring to is a magistrate, I imagine, right?
Yeah, you can call him that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
And you said you already told me where the magistrate and everything is, right? Because I want to make sure.
He did.
Okay. All right. So I'll come out and I'll let everyone know. Let's go.
All right.
Now we have, 2 days before the caravan arrives? The supposed caravan? Right? Or was it 1 day?
It was 3 days from when we left, and I think it was 2 days on boat, so it should be tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now we're in a store
were
right
you
now,
afraid
or
of
not?
putting it in too early and getting the wrong caravan?
Yeah,
So that's what I was trying to make sure.
We don't want to do that.
Yes. So we'll wait and then put it in. It's like getting close to evening, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Corinth, make another history check. Knowledge check.
Well, actually, while we're at this place, let's ask them for a, nearby tavern that's decent where we can spend the night.
He recommends one for you guys. Easy enough.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Well, while we're here, since Baldar's Gate is such a big trading town, do we want to maybe look around some of the shops? I know there had been that ring that you had, Finn, that somebody had said earlier they wanted.
Yeah. Let's make sure we go to the magistrate first and give the paper in for us to get the job.
Yeah, Corinth gives you guys a little quick. He tells you that the reason you didn't see wagons, pack animals, horses, or even dogs in the city because they're not allowed. The streets are too narrow and steep and slick from frequent rain because of where they are on the coast, and that wagons would be a menace. So the streets are designed a certain way. And you tell them this is actually one of the reasons why Baldur's Gate is such a bustling commercial hub. For goods to pass through the city from south north, they must be unloaded in the outer city east of the wall, carried through the city by porters. You see a lot of that activity as you guys are walking through. No road conveniently bypasses the city. And most merchants sell their loads to intermediaries and dealers when they reach Baldur's Gate, but they can't get into the city. It has to be done a certain way. So are you guys going to the tavern to rest and stuff, or what are you guys doing?
So I want to find where the tavern is first, and then turn in the writ to the location, and you tell them that we would be at that location.
Okay.
So
I'm figuring out. You guys want to go to the inn first, get situated, and then go turn in, or the opposite?
The inn first, so we have our location, and then we can give more detail.
Okay.
Assuming there's enough time, like it's not too late, and there's fear the magistrate closing.
So, you have time. It's only mid-afternoon.
Okay. Then yes, tavern first, then.
You guys go. You find a tavern inn. I'll have to come up with the name. My thing crashed. But you guys stay in there. Get the name of it. You guys rent rooms. 5 gold for all of the party. You guys know that you have to go to the place where you guys will be doing this. Is called Celebarn's Yard, where people hire out from there. This is where you have to go.
Okay. So, after we get the tavern, I will head to Celebarn's Yard.
All right. You go there and you find the magistrate who takes your writ and puts it there. He's like, be here tomorrow. People will be here. They'll be looking to hire folks that want to speak to you. Be here first thing in the morning. It'll be an all-day event.
Understood. Thank you very much.
All right. So you guys get that accomplished. It's now evening time. What do you guys want to do?
Me? Perform.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Make a performance check.
23.
You do very well, Kata helps, and you make 15 gold, 6 silver.
Okay.
Are there any local shops around?
Tons. What are you looking for?
some rare wood, like little chunks of rare wood, about the size of your hand.
Okay. You go to one of the trading bazaars that are here. You know that there's the big one in the Richie part of town, but there's also smaller shop areas that you can go to. You go there. Are you looking for like a store that sells wood, or are you looking just for somebody along the way, or what are you looking for?
Either one.
Make an investigation check.
12.
Takes you a little while, but you are able to find a side little area where wood is being kept, and you see a woman sitting there. She's like, "Oi, love, what can I do for you?"
I'd like say about 10 or 15 chunks of wood, finer quality stuff about the size of my hand, and 2 or 3 pieces about the length of my arm of just more common oak.
Oak, all right. So she does a quick calculation. She's like, we got leftovers like that. There would be 2 gold, 6 silver, and 3 copper, please.
I'll just give you 3 gold. It'll be easier.
Oh, thank you kindly. And then she gives you the wood. You've got your wood.
Thank you.
She gave you wood.
She did indeed.
Don't forget about your the ring that you mentioned earlier.
I know somebody else has been the one looking for it.
Oh, the ring is spell.
The ring is spell
storing.
holding or something.
Spell storing, yep.
So who had been looking for it?
Who is looking for it? I don't know.
I say I wouldn't mind one.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind one either.
So I mean, I guess we should probably hit a magic shop, and if there's just like a general item shop as well.
All right, you're able to find one. Again, I don't have the names of the place I created. So you walk in, and there's a character. There's a store under there. It's a small shop, but when you look in the walls and stuff, it's compartmentalized, and it looks like Valron, Celestia, Oregon, roll perception checks. No, roll arcana checks.
15.
And I guess Tills is not there, so. Corinth and Finn, you were able to see that this is a dimensional kind of place, because the store doesn't look too big from the outside, but when you go inside, the walls and stuff look like they're magically placed that they could present and move and bring items forward and things of that nature. And you see an older gentleman with one of those little one-piece eyeglasses on his eyes, mutton chops and everything. He's like, "Righto! Welcome to my store. What can I do for you?"
Oh, Teal's rolled, by the way. Teal's got a 23.
Oh, he sees the same thing.
Okay.
Chop, chop!
We are looking,
What can we do? Speak up!
We are looking to see if you have a ring of spell
Speak
storing.
up, I can't hear you. Where are you? Oh, he
Ring
looks
of
down.
spell storing, please.
Yeah, he looks down. Oh, there you are. Oh, right. A young child is coming to my store.
I am no child, sir. I only look like one.
Well, stop looking like a child if you want to be in an adult world. Chop, chop. What do you want?
Then, as he says that, I use my ring of spell storing and cast enlarge, so now I'm like medium-sized.
No, none of that. Don't be casting spells in here.
You told me not to look, little man.
That doesn't mean cast magic in here. What?
Well, there's no way I can
That's
change
bad
my form otherwise.
form.
All right, fine, and I just spell it.
Now, what can I do for you?
We are
Speak up.
looking for a ring of spell storing. 2 if you have them.
How much did I say those were?
Let me bring it up again. It is 1800. Actually, it was 2000 and it was negotiated down to 1800. I should mark that next time.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I have one. But I don't know you, and you cast magic in my store. 3,000 gold.
Well, it's not for me. It is for information purposes.
Oh, well, in that case, 4,000.
Well, in that case, good day, sir.
How rude.
And I walk out.
Corinth.
I walk out.
Tails, what do you guys do?
I tap the brooch once I'm outside and say, he has one. I don't know if he knows we're together, so you guys can try and get him.
Hello there, can I help you too?
I'll walk up and...
Oh, an elf. I haven't had one of you in a while. A lovely one at that. Very natural. How can I help you?
I'll smile back and thank him for the compliment and say, I
you're
happen
quite welcome.
I happen to be looking for a ring of spell storing.
What? Oh, I have one. 3,000 gold.
Is that the best you can do?
What do you mean?
I've heard great things about your shop.
Oh, what have you heard?
The finest wares and the best prices, but the prices don't seem to match up with the rumors. Well, I don't think so. But the prices don't seem to line up, but I'd rather buy from a reputable shop.
Make a deception check with disadvantage deals. This is bullshit you're throwing my way.
Ew.
Oh.
Ooh.
Listen here, young lady. I don't like fluff. 3,000 gold.
Have a good one. I'm not interested.
All right. Good day to you, madam. He looks at you, Faerun. What can I do for you, sir?
Do you have anything unique or that you're especially proud of in your shop here?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me about this ring.
No, I don't want the ring.
Oh, well, what are you looking for?
Something that you are proud of, as I said, in your shop. What are some of the items you are the most proud of?
I'm very proud that I can get you most anything. Except those rare legendary things that people want. I want Vecna's head. Like, if I had Vecna's head, I wouldn't give it to you. I'd be using it. Speak up, man. What do you want?
The name dropping of a evil entity kind of confused me. Pardon me, sir. And I kind of chuckled to myself.
An example.
Yes. I'm not very good at making those in my head very well.
Quite apparently.
Thank you. All right. Well,
top times money. What are you looking for?
Some of your cloaks.
I've got every cloak you can imagine. What do you want?
Every cloak that I can imagine. Like, can I make an insight, please, at this point?
Yeah.
Not very good. So he just seems like he's a jerk, but probably telling the truth, I'm assuming?
He seems like... You're not quite sure, but you get a sense that he really is being honest.
So I'll ask him a cloak of the shooting star. Or shooting stars.
I'm not familiar with that one out of character.
I'm pretty sure that one's in the 5e.
I know, but there's like 9 million things, and there's just one I'm not familiar with. What is that?
It's a ring, though. It's not a cloak.
There's cloak of... Oh, maybe it's a Fallens? I don't know why I have cloak written by that.
Because that was probably the 3.0.
So yeah, I would, I guess, ask for a ring. Hopefully, Valon knows, since I don't know what the 5e version's called.
Do you have the rarity on that?
Very rare, and it's a ring.
Oh, well, quite expensive, that. I do have one. You said rare?
Very.
Very rare.
Oh.
Very rare, but not wondrous.
30,000 gold. That's quite cheap.
May I see it?
Of course! He snaps a finger and then a little thing pops up and it opens up and, some rings go and then it like turns and then that ring shows. It's a gorgeous piece of jewelry.
I asked for his permission to cast Detect Magic.
I like that. Manners. 25,000. Because you're very nice. You ass. Unlike that stupid child that came in here before. Little bastard came in here casting magic. Parents should watch their children, don't you agree?
Yes, I don't like it when they're out running around and deciding to do their own things without speaking to the wizards first.
Well spoken, my tall, pointy friend. You may indeed detect magic.
Alright, so I'll cast Detect Magic and take a look at the ring.
It's a real deal, man.
Alright, I say, well, I am going to check my bank account and see how much money I can afford, and I will indeed come back to your store.
Right.
Thank you for your time. And I will leave.
I didn't catch your name there, Alfie person.
Said, my name is Faerun.
Speak up, I can't hear you. What is it?
My name is Faerun.
Oh!
Lord Master of Mystara.
Oh, very nice to meet you. This is my store.
And what was your name again?
I'm Shen.
I didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Shen! Clean out your ears!
Okay, alright. I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Right! Come back any time. I'll give you a deal. You were very, very polite. Well, like the last two. They were very rude.
Alright. Thank you very much, sir. And I will leave. So I go out there and tell people, like, dude's got everything, but he's not going to come down on his price because he's got everything. Essentially.
He came down on his price for you.
Right, but I'm just saying that it's going to take a lot is how I'm wording it to them, essentially.
Alright. What else would you guys like to do? And Baldur's Gate.
Is there something else that we may want? Because this shop, what I'm saying is this shop may have things that other places don't.
He's a dick.
Well, if he can get us a ring of the shooting stars, I don't care if he's an illithid.
I do. I don't want to get near an illithid. What the? You're losing it a little.
I'm after either spell storing or something that's going to boost wisdom or protection.
I am honestly sure that he probably has just about anything we would want. So what I'm saying is we may want to discuss some things amongst the party if there's something that we want to get that's a little bit more expensive, because we may not have this opportunity very often.
Well, I mean, are there any scrolls or spells or anything that he might have that could be useful? Anything maybe that... I know that we could track an item over like 1,000 feet, but is there anything you could let us track it, say, over like 10 miles?
That'd be more of a scrying spell, Rogaris, I believe, is kind of what you're looking for. And
yeah, Rogaris just sort of scratches his head looking at you like, huh?
Yeah, it'd be more like something I can already do. I'm talking more about like your belt, and I pointed at your belt, or Celestial sword or staff. Those kind of things we're going to be able to find here, and we may not be able to find them in other places. So if all we wanted to ring is spell storing, I can go back and we can buy it right now. Or if we want something else, I'm just saying we may want to consider that. I just wanted to come back to the group and let you guys know that we have more options than we normally do in shops.
Can you see if he has a broom of flying?
He does. Let's just go with that.
And if he does, then I'm good. Get one of those.
What is this? The Wizard of Oz? He probably doesn't.
Broom of Flying is pretty awesome.
We don't know. He's a dick, but apparently he has everything. So he's a resourceful dick.
He seems to be pretty genuine about the items that he has, and the quality of them was exceptional. For him to have the item that I asked for is exceedingly rare.
All right. Well, if he has a broom of flying, then please get one for me, and I hand you over 150 gold.
I just picture your character floating around on it going, I'll get you, my pretty and you'll dog, too.
I would be the dog. I'm that small. I would be the Toto Takeda. God. Okay. That's it.
Alright, well, if this
Are you going back in?
I'm not going to go back in just for a broom of flying that costs 150 gold after asking for something that was like, that much money before. That would be what I'm assuming is rude to this guy. So I'm going to wait until the next day.
This whole time, Kata has been listening to this conversation. You just see her bolt into the store.
Rogaris will walk into the store with Kata just to keep her from destroying the place.
So she walks in there with you, Rogaris.
I follow after that as well now.
Okay, so you go into the store with him, and then she walks in, and as she's moving, she changes back into Kata look, looking a little bit more womanly, and walks in and changes her appearance to be very well, elegantly dressed and stuff. And she walks in, and she kind of leans over to you, Rogaris, as you're walking in. And she's like, I read this character in a book. And she walks in, and you hear the guy look up again. He's like, "Hey, welcome to Shams. How can I help you?" She walks in. She's like, "Oh, my dear Sham, I do believe I'd love to see some of your wares for my." She looks back to you, Valron. It's like, for my acquaintance here. Oh, righto, madam. For some reason, she's having an effect on him, Valron. You don't know what it is. He's like, "Oh, of course. I was speaking to your man earlier. He said he had to go to the bank. Came back kind of quickly." Well, be that as it may, if you would be so kind to indulge you in some of your wondrous wares I've heard so much about. Oh, righto. He wanted this ring. But what can I do for you? He looks at you a little flummered. Belron, you're up.
It seems like out of character. Did the group still want? They didn't bring up the spell story, and they said go just back in and buy a broom. Don't buy the ring.
Nobody except me gave you anything to try and buy an item, so I have no idea.
Well, she looks over. She's like,
I hadn't had time to go to the bank yet, so I followed her back in since she went in, basically.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, he's such a kid, I swear." And she's motioning you over. My friend here is, he's a little bit slow on the social graces, but he's quite astute at magic. I'm sure you guys could come up to some fair trade or price. Right! I did offer him a discount, but I could do better. I have everything. Oh, I know you do. She kind of touches his hand. He's like, oh my. What for? He's completely flummoxed. So he's like, right. What can I get for you then? The ring? What would you like?
I mean, again, I don't know.
Good job, Celestra. You taught her the womanly ways well.
No, she read it in a book.
I know, but I'm still gonna credit Celestra.
You're not there, so you don't.
What the hell books are you giving her?
Oh no, she's been reading love novels like they're going out of style. She loves those.
Keep her away from Twilight.
What, you mean you don't like sparkly dragons?
Those sparkly vampires.
So do I at least have
You have his full undivided attention. Whatever you want, Valron. She's got him eating out of her hand.
What I'm saying is that I haven't gotten a chance to go back and get money yet, so
I'll say you have money available to you to use.
Okay, yes. Then, so I will purchase the ring of spell throwing.
No. What you'll do is you'll say, "Is that the best you can do?" Since he is under her spell,
Morgan, you take 9 million points of damage.
Am I there?
No, you're outside with McCarvin doing training.
Damn it.
Rogaris will just sort of...
Oh, Adolf, another one!
Look at Kata and see if he'll knock something off the price.
He already said he knocked something off additionally for her.
Well,
but how much?
For what? Which item are we looking at?
I say, let's start with the ring of spell throwing. I know I have enough on me for that.
What did I say earlier? 3,000?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I know you can do better than that. 2,000. She bats her eyelashes at him. Let's see if he makes this. He did not. 1,500? I can't get any lower than that. What? I've got to make a living. Oh, I understand, my darling. I understand. 1,500 work for you there, my friend?
Oh, yeah. That's more than enough for such a well-crafted item.
Right. Here you go. Give me the money.
Thank you very much.
All right. What else do you need?
When we have more knowledge and money available of what we want, we will return.
Please do.
Do you have a
Who said
collapsible 10-foot rod?
Oh, you're another small creature. Oh, a dwarf. Why is your bid so short? What happened to your bid?
I trimmed it.
My God, why would you do that, man?
They got stuck on something.
What, a pair of scissors? I made a joke there. What can I get for you?
A pole of collapsing.
Pole of collapsing. Yes, I have them. What?
How much?
What are they called? So I put them down there.
50.
You said 50.
Yeah, 50. 50 each.
Well, it's for her.
What?
It's for her.
Pole of... She's... You need a pole? She's like, yes, I do. Oh, right? How many would you like? She's looking at you, Rogar's like, how many fucking poles do we need?
2.
Right! 100 gold for you, Madam 80. It's like, well, that'll just be fine. My fine dwarven friend, could you pay the man?
Absolutely.
All right, there you go. Right. Anything else?
I think your Uncle Oregon wanted something, right?
We were inquiring about brooms. Brooms, right! And then you see the walls change and shift and everything, and then you see just a wall of different brooms. Have all kinds! Witches, warlocks, doesn't matter. Top of the line.
It's a Nimbus 2000!
Shut up, Pippin! Wherever you are, Morgan, do your exercises. Shut up! What? What kind would you like?
So, broom
flying broom.
She sees one that is like,
Yeah, I'm watching Kata's like reactions to items coming in and out.
Oh, she is. Roll a perception insight check. You get the sense that it's taking all of her willpower not to murder this person, kill you and everyone inside the room, and run off with all this shit.
I know.
But you're getting the sense that her loyalty to you guys is more important than her doing that. So you're seeing your influence starting to take effect. The dragon side of her is like, cut these bitches and get this shit and go. But the other side of her is like, that's developing these relationships with everybody that, you know, you guys, is saying, help them first.
Wow. So, I mean,
she's fighting it, though. I rolled.
Yeah, I still look at her and I nod at her like, you know, with like Valron's approval, like she just figured out something really smart kind of thing. Like she's doing very well.
So, and she's like, you know, I like that green and blue and pink one right there. Can we get that one? Oh, that one. Some child one had that. How much did I say the brooms were?
150.
We're gonna have that
150 for the broom of flying.
Child's broom. Made of. All right. It's got little bows and stuff on it, and sprinkles and little sparkles and stuff on it. I think that'd be perfect. 75 gold, you say? My dear elf friend, could you pay the man for this?
Gladly.
75 gold, and you now have a pink, blue, green, multicolored, sparkly broom.
Okay. I think we're done here, right?
Oh, all right.
Rogaris will just
quickly.
Kata, is there anything that you would like?
Kata looks at you like, don't say that again or I'm going to eat you.
Yeah, I kind of look down. I'm like, yeah, I think we should get back to the party. Let's go see our friends.
And she says, thank you so much, sir. I do appreciate it. Oh, right. Come back anytime. He gives her a card. Madam, you're more than welcome here. Great doing business with you. All right, you guys go outside. You have your items.
I embrace her and hug her, and I just say I'm super proud of you.
She's like, I need alcohol now.
Whatever you'd like, it is yours.
Rogaris just hands her a flask.
She comes over to you.
Do you want to actually own? And I point at Oregon right now.
I hand her my flask.
She drinks it dry.
Do I get the broom?
I have to recall that.
Yeah, she comes over and hands you the broom. It's like, Uncle Oregon, don't make me do that again.
I didn't know you were going to do that. And then I hug her. Says, you want to go for a ride?
She's like, it doesn't, I don't think it could carry both of us. It's a small, like, gnomish size, perfect size for you, Oregon. It's a child's broom, so yeah.
But it can carry 200, well, okay, because the regular one can carry 200 pounds.
Reduce that to half. Oh, well, let's just say yours can carry you. That's it.
Actually, hold on.
Here's a question while we paused for a second. Klesson says, does that sparkly broom come with white hair and rhinestones?
Oh, yeah. She comes out with a wig, too.
No, so it can carry 400 pounds and then it and fly 50 feet.
It's not that it
holds 200 pounds.
Right, so it can hold.
It slows down.
Right, it for you it's half the weight. It's 200 pounds.
So it can carry 200 pounds and still go 50
but it's
feet.
the size of it. It's just it's gnomish size. So you literally cannot fit both of you on there. But it's perfectly, like, she picked it out for a reason, because for you it perfectly works with your size and stuff. So it looks very, very much like a gnomish broom.
Well, I do hug her.
She hugs you back, and you can tell she's shaking. Even with the alcohol, she's fighting the urge to go dragging, slaying. 1 second. All right, so you guys go back to the tavern where she is drinking profusely. It's hard for her to get intoxicated because, you know, she's got that dragon metabolism. What can I say?
I have a bad feeling about
dragon constitution.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling about this. I'm gonna perform again to try and get her to calm down.
It helps. Yeah. She sits there and smiles and stuff.
I'll joke with her and do my sleight of hand magic tricks.
I'm gonna do something different though with the performance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually gonna be on the broom, kind of levitating off the ground now.
Oh.
While I'm performing.
Oh.
Since I have the broom, may as well use it in the performance.
So you guys got the ring, you got the broom, and you got...
Wait, which ring did we get?
The ring of spell storing.
Okay. So we didn't get Valron's ring of shooting star.
No, that's 25,000.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah. That's why.
Just making sure.
So I hand the ring over to Celestia or Morgan, because those were the two that wanted it, right? So whoever wants it more.
Fight to the death.
You guys want to roll off or something, or I don't know how you guys want to decide.
I don't know. I was just gonna use it for to help me out more in combat. If you want to use it more, Teals, go for it.
Garvin says you cannot have the ring.
Oh.
And then he says,
"But
it's
Dad,
says,
I really wanted one."
And it's time for training.
Aww. I lower my head and look at the ground and stomp off.
Yeah, Katie goes. He's like, Katie, you too. She's like,
Yep.
Oregon, and he's like,
I even get a confused look on my face.
Oregon. McGarvin raises his eyebrow, and she's like, she goes bolted out with.
Can I
Morgan.
go with them?
You're performing, man. You're going to ruin the show.
Yeah.
I'll try and wrap it up, and then I want to go play music outside with them.
Okay, so you go outside and play music.
I'm like floating above them on the broom, playing music while they're training.
So while you guys are doing your exercises and training, with McGarvin watching, Oregon's floating around. You guys
playing Eye of the Tiger on the on the loot.
You feel invigorated as you're rising up.
Adrian!
Back on the street.
Say, where are mercs?
Took your pride and took your glory. Alright, so you guys, anything else you guys want to do for the evening here in Baldur's Gate?
Garrus is just going to retire up to the room that they rented, and he's going to sit there with some
rooms.
cheaper chunks of wood and just start carving out doorstops.
Okay. Roll a dex check. Just roll. You get the basic outline, not dex save, just a dexterity. Just hit your dexterity. Or roll a d20 and add your dex modifier. Whatever it is, +1, +2, +3.
Like, hit dex in the left column of your character sheet, like where you have your score. Just above the modifier, you'll see it says
Okay, there
dex.
you go. So you start doing a very nice carving. So you get the outline of the shape and you start whittling away and you start getting the form. It's looking really good. It's going to take you a little bit more time to get the details in, but you've got the good basic outline shape of whatever you're trying to carve, Rogaris, and it looks pretty solid.
Yeah, before we all turn in, I'm going to stop what's-her-name, the dragon chick, and say it was very kind of you to do what you did for the guys. That must not have been easy.
She kind of looks over you like, she looks at McCarvin like, keep doing the exercises. McCarvin's giving you a look like, oh, so you have energy to talk, do you?
Oh, no.
200 push-ups, go, on your knuckles. Kid is like, and she starts doing them. But you get a sense, Morgan just being there, and you do too, Morgan, that this is really helping her with this kind of, meditating movement, physical activity, that the angst she had been feeling is kind of going away.
I'm going to walk up to Kata and let her know I'm going to head upstairs to the room to start filling up my ring and ask if she wants to join and see how I do it.
She gets there, says, okay, she knocks out her push-ups faster than you, Morgan. She gets up and she looks at McCarvin. McCarvin smiles, gives her the head nod, and she goes up with you, all girlish and like, yay. Morgan, make perceptions checks.
19.
I'm not very perceptive today.
Those push-ups are kicking your ass, but you love it. Finn, you spot something. Being in your broom, you're able to see this really clearly. That as you're kind of going around playing and stuff, you see what looks to be someone you recognize, you saw as part of the dragon cult. Looks like one of the guards that you had previously seen and your previous encounters. They're sitting there watching you guys, not really paying attention. I don't. You get a sense immediately they have no idea who you are because you guys are kind of disguised and stuff. That they're just there enjoying the show.
Where? How many and where?
There's 2 of them.
And where?
They are outside in front of the tavern, just kind of milling about. You know, they're just kind of watching you play, and everyone's kind of counting the push-ups as Morgan's doing them now because he's at 150. You're like 151, 152.
Okay, so I am going to start kind of. I'm going to slowly kind of bring the song to an end that I'm playing, and kind of cough a little bit, like fake coughing, like I have something stuck in my throat. And I'm going to hit the brooch afterwards and whisper into it, McCarvin.
Yeah, people are clapping and like, yay! You start throwing gold and stuff at Morgan at his feet because you're flying around. And Kate is not there to collect it. So, Morgan, you're having money thrown at you. You think at first is because of all the push-ups you're doing and that people are making bets, which they are. But you have Oregon floating around that's getting all this money.
Okay. And in what direction, if I'm...
They're
from
about
where I am
60 feet to your left.
to the left, so at my 9.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to, is it the same direction for McCarvin? Are we in the same
No,
direction?
it would be, he's at 12.
It says his 12. Okay, so I'll hit the...
And you and Morgan are in the center. People are clapping and cheering for you, and other people are chanting 176, 177.
So again, so I'll bring my performance kind of to a little bit of an end. I'm going to start coughing a little bit like I'm trying to catch my breath. And I'm going to tap the brooch and just say, McCarvin, 2 cultists at your 12. And then I'm going to start playing again.
Make a deception, or make a sleight of hand check to see if you can them not see that. But you have advantage on this because they aren't really paying attention. You're in a crowd. You're doing your thing.
9. I'm doing it while I'm coughing, though, so would it be more for deception?
You are lucky. Well, sleight of hand is deception, kind of. That's why I had you do it. It's a movement thing.
Oh, okay.
So, luckily they don't seem to be paying attention. Then you see McCarvin kind of give you the nod. He spots them, and then slowly you see this Oregon. You don't see this Morgan. You're still doing your push-ups. He kind of disappears into the crowd. It's starting to get it's evening time, and you see him kind of just vanish. And he comes over like, I will track them. Stick to your normal routine. And that's all he says.
And I continue playing.
You start playing some more, the crowd starts going crazy, and then you hear 198, 199, 200. People go crazy. They didn't think you're going to do it. More people are clapping you. Some are spitting like, oh, I told you this guy to fail. It's stupid. You've got about 10 gold and silver, copper, and gold pieces laying on the ground there, Oregon.
Nice. I say, Morgan, you earn these.
You have no idea, Morgan. Well, roll an intelligence check to see if you can figure out if it was actually for you or for Oregon. You know that those were for Oregon, but you'll take them anyway.
Hey, free money. Thank you. Thank you.
Put that in your inventory. So, Oregon, you keep flying around your new broom. It's sparkly and it's glitter and green and blue and all kinds of colors, and you're playing your little lyre and lutes and running around playing music and keep the crowd entertained. And then McCarvin says, all right, I've tracked him to the location. You hear a happy little ha-ha from McCarvin. You head back to the inn.
Okay. So I kind of land the broom and kind of bow to everyone and say, thank you very much. Hope you enjoy your evening.
Women are like, ah. People want your autograph, and people are trying to say, hey, have you ever thought about working full-time? No, come to my place. Shut up, come to my place. It's very, very... You get a whole bunch of cards.
Now, I am just visiting. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Well, if you ever change your mind, the people are giving you cards and everything for
I'll collect all of them.
Oh, yeah.
I'll collect all of them,
A
and
couple
then I'll
gnomes
give them
ask you to sign their corsets.
Oh, God. So I'll collect all of them, and I'm eventually going to give them to Valron and just be like, I don't know if these are used, but these are some of the people around here. I don't know if this is going to be useful for you, but here. And I give them a bunch of business cards.
Okay.
Valron, do you take said business cards?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Put in barred business cards for future employment.
Got it.
All right, you guys get back. McCarvin kind of leans you over into the bar area. Wargon and Morgram, and he's like, "That here."
All right.
So
So we're going to need to be at the. We're going to be at the yard.
I got close enough to listen to their conversation. We are dealing with some stupid people. You know that, right? And he just shakes his head. He's like, they will be going to this place we put their written, and they will be buying wagons and supplies, and they will be looking to hire mercenaries and stuff to our guarding and stuff.
Any
Good.
idea what they're looking for, so we can stand out as marks for them?
I will know what they look like. Yes, I will tell you immediately. But I also know
Okay.
that Razmir is here.
Oh. Okay.
Who?
Razmir, the leader of the Black Dragons.
Resmir's the leader. Yeah.
Oh, I really hope my disguise works. Because that's the dude I stabbed, wasn't it? That's out of character, by the
that
way.
was the other one.
No. That was the other one.
Well,
Yep.
we can kind of assume
We went
that
through
his
this.
lieutenant
Razmir's
can't
the
be that
top
far
guy.
away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do?
I don't know that we were quite expecting the leader to be here.
Yeah. Things change. We will adapt.
All I can say is we probably should get a good night's sleep and be well rested for tomorrow. I know I am.
I asked,
Thank you, McCarvin. I will sleep good.
I asked Valron, could you put another enlarge reduce spell in my ring?
I don't have that memorized right now.
Okay.
I can do it tomorrow though.
Okay. That'll work. Hopefully we won't need it for anything else. I'll get it at the end of the day in case we need it. Thank you.
Okay.
And I'll also go up to Celestra's room and knock on her door.
Celestia, do you answer?
Sure. Come on in.
I go and say, Celestra, can I talk to you for a minute?
Certainly. I just finished up filling up my own ring and hopefully amazing Kata. I even let her try putting a spell in the ring herself, if that's okay. Obviously, I want the DM's approval.
I can't hear you say that again. There's music in the background.
He was asking if he could have Kata put a spell into his ring.
I mean, what spell do you want?
Just lightning bolt. Just letting her have fun.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, cool.
She is just so... She's like, I want it.
So next time we're out, maybe we'll have to get you one as well. And I can give you some fun spells to learn.
She's like,
I reach in my pocket and I say, "Would you like my ring?"
You're not there.
Oh,
So-
there, you're upstairs now. Not
Yeah,
Yeah,
I went
right.
to
I forgot.
Celestra.
Yeah,
So-
I forgot Celestra wasn't in
Yeah.
her. It's in her ring.
So when Celestra is coming, I tell Blue to go play with Kata.
Yeah, she eats it again.
Yeah, I know. I figured. Then I'll summon another one and tell it to start running around.
Yeah,
And so,
She just lets it sit on her hand and she plays and pets him and stuff.
okay.
She knows
So
pretty well.
I motion Celestra to come outside. Does she?
Sure.
Okay. So I kind of whisper to you outside. Razmir is here. We have to be careful
Okay.
tomorrow.
We will be. I'll be prepared.
And that's it. So have a good night. And I kind of peek in. I say, Blue, let's go. Good night, Kata.
All right. So you guys get a good night's rest. You wake up early in the morning. We'll say for speed this up a little bit. You guys eat breakfast. You guys grab your stuff. You're up really early, especially you, Morgan and Kata, because they are out doing their exercises.
Yay.
And you really can't complain because McCarvin does these too, and he does more than you guys do. So you guys get done, and McCarvin just gives you a look like, one day you'll be there. So he always does the morning rituals and stuff with you guys.
Rock on.
So you guys get your stuff. You guys, and McCarvin's still in his human disguise. He looks like a human merc. He's not like dressed as McCarvin. He's still in his, Drow, Baldur's Gate, and all that. No, he's not having it. Plus, kind of obvious, Drow in a group like he's doing everything he can disguise. Kate is still in her disguise, so you guys are still in your disguises. So you guys go to the area, to Silabon's yard, and you guys wait, and you don't have to wait long as you see McCarvin nudges you, Oregon, and you see that what looks like a palanquin, which is nothing you guys are unfamiliar with. You see them all over the city. A lot of the rich travel this way, and it's draped and everything like that. You assume that that's where Rosemary is, and her group comes in, and you see that they immediately go and buy 5 wagons and start buying supplies, and you guys are over with all the other mercenaries, and the guy captain comes up and says, all right, each of you representatives come forward and speak to the man. So one of the dragon cultists that you know them as a dragon cultist, you don't recognize the person. They come over to you and they start asking questions to each one of them, and you see some people turn down, some people not, and he comes up to you and he's like, right, and who are you?
I am Sanmo.
And do you represent this squabble of people over here?
Yes, I do. But we are no squabble.
They look good enough. We need a guard group from here to Waterdeep. Are you able to do this?
We wouldn't be here if we weren't.
All right. Roll a d20 for me. Just a d20. Don't add anything to it, Finn.
Okay. 10.
Oh, wow.
So, you're hired as a basic guard, each of you, for 5 gold per 10 days. So every 10 days you make 5 gold. But food and expenses on the road are taken care of by them, if you prefer.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll be for each of you. Grab your gear, horses, whatever you need, and be here. Meet us outside the city in 2 hours.
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys got 2 hours to head to the north and be ready.
By the way, I'm Sanmo the Halfling, just so you know.
I don't care.
No, I'm not telling. No. I assumed he's gone. I'm telling the group.
Okay, you're somebody else. Okay.
I'm telling the group. I'm Sanmo the Halfling, just FYI.
And my name is Steve.
All right.
Yeah,
so we have all of our
we
stuff.
get our gear and get ready to rock and roll.
All right, so you guys head there, and you guys meet up with the caravan. You see that lots of different mercenaries. It's about 10 to actually, it's about 20 wagons. It's not just her group of 5, but it's a whole caravan that's going from here to Waterdeep. And if we go look on the map, you guys are leaving from Baldur's Gate, and you guys are going to be going all the way up the. Well, if I can zoom in a little bit here, this might help a little bit.
We following the coastway?
No, you are not following the coastway. Ah, I got too close. Aha! Aha! Alright, you guys are going up the Crown Way, through Dragon Spear, all the way to Daggerford. So you'll have a stop at Dragon Sphere, another stop at Daggerford, and then you'll go to Waterdeep. It's 750 miles in total.
How many miles a day can we do in the wagons with this caravan?
I'm thinking. Medium. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to take you a couple weeks. Because they can go. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 10 days in total.
That's not bad.
I mean, 10 to 12. You know, roughly 10 days to 2 weeks.
And
Depending on weather.
It was the first town we were gonna stop through.
The first town will be Dragon's Spear.
So we should hit.
That's what I'm
what,
guessing.
about 4 days.
I would assume that this merc caravan that they're creating right now is probably gonna attack that town like they did Green Mist.
No. He said that there are multiple caravans here, not just our guys.
Right, you're all part of one big caravan, not just her wagons, but there's 6 wagons from them in total. Huge wagons, fully loaded to the brim, with 4 cultists per wagon, walking with the wagon, guarding the wagons, and then on what you assume is Resmere is a carriage, completely cloaked. 2 people driving the horses, 2 in the back, 2 and horses on the side. And they expect you to be on horses, which you guys had access to horses because they set you up for that. And just normal riding horses, good mounts. But you all have a horse to ride alongside, and the hell with the rest of them. Your whole focus, as you're told, is to follow next to them and protect them at all costs.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. You also notice that there are 2 other people that have joined up that are going to be with you guys. One is a male human. He looks like he takes some pains to disguise himself a little bit. He wears a wool cap with near an ear and neck flaps to cover his head. It's pretty bad. I'd have you roll, but he sucks at it, so if you guys want to roll a perception check, please do. I mean, you just know he's trying to cover up his entire head, so
I mean, is there a chance we would be able to recognize him? Is that what we're rolling for? Or?
Yeah, you can roll. Tails, you have no idea. No. You find it strange, but you don't recognize him at all. But he's covering up his neck and head. But it could be because of a number of reasons. You don't know what. It's just, it's just something that sticks out to you. But could be war wounds, could be disfigurement. You don't know. Could be a myriad of reasons. Another one is a female gnome.
Sure.
I'm trying to see what she looks like. Doesn't really give me a description of her. I will get back to you on that.
Okay.
Give me a second.
I'm a halfling, so I ignore her kind.
You ignore her kind?
I'm kind of a snobbish halfling. I'm gonna give all halflings a bad name after this.
And there's other people in this caravan that you can talk to, merchants and other people. It's a big, giant caravan. So if you guys want to talk with any of the other caravan folks, you are more than welcome. If not, then we will just say you guys hit the road.
I do not talk to anyone.
Let's hit the road.
Actually, I got my math wrong. It's going to take you 20 days to get there.
Okay.
You guys know that Waterdeep is your journey, so the weather is pretty good. There's a couple days where there's some rain, nothing crazy, but starting to get into that fall weather where it's a little bit nippy and stuff. You guys do know that every 7th day, the animals need rest because of how much they're hauling and stuff. So typically, you guys make your first stop at a small little town, no name of any particular importance. Give the days a day's rest. After about 5 days or 6 days on the road, it's been kind of planned out, so you know that the next part of this journey in 5 days and stuff, they're going to stop in Dragonspear to do the same thing. Lots of people. You guys, what do you guys do for the caravan? Do you guys try to interact with the Cult of the Dragon members? Do you guys keep separate? You just keep watching them? What are you doing?
I would say, so me personally, I would ask Valron if he's able to cast a tiny hut so we can sleep near the caravans every day to show that we're actually serious about protecting the caravan. And then I wouldn't really interact with anyone. I would be showing that I'm very focused on the job.
Okay.
Yeah, just Rogaris would just keep his ears open, but not really interact or say anything.
I mean, with this large of a group, it's probably a bad idea to even use the hut. To be honest, it would
just
separate
us.
But
No.
It's
just
visible
for our
still.
group.
It's still visible though, and they could see that we're kind of separating ourselves from them. So it would probably, if we're trying to blend in, it might not be the best idea. Is all I'm saying.
Well, we're supposed to protect the caravan.
I agree, though. That's probably a bad idea to use the hut.
Okay.
Yeah, just bed rolls wherever they're set up.
Okay.
All right. I need 2 people to make a perception check.
This is what, like a watch or?
Just 2 people to make a perception check.
Okay. I guess 2 people already rolled. Okay.
John, you don't really notice anything. Tills, you find it strange that in all these days traveling, you have not had any whiff of Rezmir. Seems to be sitting in that damn carriage doing it and not coming out for anything.
How peculiar.
How bizarre. How bizarre.
I'll bring up, obviously, start discussing the findings with my fellow party members for group inputs, since I noticed it. So, hey guys, have you noticed we haven't got a whiff of Rezmir's this entire ride?
I'm not sure they would want to even come out of the NBC.
Roll an intelligence check.
They probably would change their shape,
Valron.
I'm guessing.
Valron.
If they came out.
Yeah, roll Valron.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Oh, you know, a dragon-born half-dragon thing like Resmer would not want to be seen.
Yeah.
Is what you guess.
Yeah, so I say it is somewhat suspicious, but probably not hugely suspicious at this point.
But it does throw you a little off that not left the carriage once that you can
it's
see.
like not. I mean,
you guys haven't been really paying attention to it. You've been guarding it, but you know,
but
seems a little peculiar, but nothing too outlandish.
Doors open.
Strange.
Ever like does the carriage have windows at all?
It's all covered.
Okay.
One of the guards goes in and out. That's
okay.
it.
So we've at least seen someone go in and out of it at a certain point.
Right.
Okay, that's good. I mean, and I think anything we try and do to figure anything out, we're going to get found out as well, even if we do find what we're looking for. We're probably going to inadvertently give ourselves away. So I think
just don't question anything.
Yeah, I think at this point, until
let's note everything, but let's not do anything.
Yeah, and until it's something we don't morally can't do or something. Basically.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, how has Kata been this entire time?
She's good. She's fine. She's studying. She's got books with her.
Okay.
She was kind of on edge a little bit as you guys went through what's known as the Fields of the Dead. The road kind of wanders through the hills of these ancient battlefields and burrow mounds. You know, there's some bad juju here that it's light a fire on a hilltop at night to the Fields of the Dead because it attracts monsters from miles around. So no one really does it that night. But she's edgy because she wants to see monsters and stuff, so she's encouraging you guys to start a fire, which, I don't know, it's up to you guys. No one else in the caravan will start a fire in the Fields of the Dead. You guys could be different, but it's up to you. She's like, please, I would love to see some monsters and then eat them.
Definitely not without Yusa. No.
Okay.
Not the Hills of the Dead.
All right. Eustace like, no, darling, can't bring. Don't really. You'll.
I spark up a fire.
Do you really?
I just say that. I don't really do it.
Okay.
Just for shits and giggles, I say that.
I was about to say.
I start
all
reaching.
Right, I was about to start rolling.
Your bundle while I say that, though.
Rogaris pimp
You're about to get punched by like 3 different people if you start reaching towards anything when you say that. Just say it.
It's like, hey, Valron, I've heard stories of this wizard that likes to slap people around with mage hands. Have you heard that tale?
Kid is like, I've never heard this before. What's the story?
Something about defensive stance. We'll tell you later.
Defensive stance. Listen, McCarver's like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
Kata, remember, right now, we have to play a really, really important game. We have to make sure that nobody figures out who we are. So we have to be very, very sneaky. Okay? You can be sneaky with me, right?
Okay.
Okay. And what's my name?
Oregon.
No, it's Sanmo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What's my name?
Oregon. Oh, you mean, yes.
Remember, we have to be sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? What's my name?
Not Oregon. She smiles.
There you go. Okay. All right.
All right. Nothing really happens on the first leg of the journey other than through the Fields of the Dead. No fires are started by anybody. I mean, you guys, as pulling duty and stuff until you get to the first part, Dragons here. I mean, there's some animals around and stuff. You guys check things out. Nothing major happens. You guys pull guard duty. You get into a standard rotation. Who is pinging the snot out of me in goddamn...
It's for the best.
And while trying to be incognito about what was typed, he drew more attention to it.
Wow. So during the travel, I want to do a couple times where I cast detect magic and just like look around the area.
Everywhere you sense magic. And the caravan around you guys, but nothing outside that purview.
Like the whole caravan itself.
Oh yeah, there's lots of magic shit floating around.
Okay, so it's very possible that there might be like some illusion on the caravan. Who knows? Like ours.
Yeah, like on the 5th night after you guys get, you guys are out there. McCarvin kind of catches some bandits on his shift. Trying to see what they were thinking about doing something. They saw the size of the caravan. McCarvin went out there. They had a change of heart and they left.
Hey, along the trip, I'm gonna teach Kat or whatever her name is the sleight of hand tricks that I've been doing.
All right, let's see what she rolls. She rolled a natural 20. She picks it up immediately.
Wow.
So we have a new thief.
Apparently.
Did you buy that
Nothing
die
like
that has
teaching a
20s
dragon
on
that's
all 20
covetous to
sides?
steal.
What's that, Tails?
I say, did you buy that die that has 20s on all 20 sides?
No, I just rolled. It was natural. I've been rolling all the other stuff. It's been normal. I've had some bad rolls. That was a natural 20. I was just like, wow.
She really wanted to learn it.
Well, she's. I was rolling an intelligence check, which she's pretty intelligent, and she just was like, "Oh, okay, didn't you do this and this and I got it." But that's about all you guys run into along the way.
So we get the dragon spear.
Yeah, you guys get the dragon sphere.
That should be our first 10 days. It's $5 each.
Yep, but you won't get paid till you get to Waterdeep.
Oh.
And you guys rest up for the evening, and that is where we are going to stop the game tonight. Because, I want to continue it, but there's some stuff here that I have to figure out, and I'm at a crossroads myself on what to do with you knuckleheads.
So in other words, I should have lit a fire.
It wouldn't have done nothing. You don't know. It could have brought the entire dead upon you. But no, I have to figure some stuff out for the next campaign, or for the next adventure, because I have so many ways to do this, and I'm just I have so much evil shit. So we'll say you guys get the Dragon Sphere. Other than a few things, you guys, a little bit of weather, everything's going fine. You're not really interacting with the caravan, which was something I wanted you to do, but you didn't. So I'll have to incorporate that somehow. Giant wagon, you guys are just... I mean, you're doing your job. You are guarding the hell out of that Cult of the Dragon stuff. And they seem to get a little bit more comfortable with you guys. As time goes on, they seem to be... seeing that you guys are very vigilant in what you do and professional. And it shows in how you guys go about you doing your stuff. They are very fascinated with Kata, but they don't interact with her, and she does not interact with them for some reason. But yeah, nothing really transpires until once you guys get to Dragon Spirit, then we'll take it from that point there, because there's going to be some stuff happening, or nothing could happen at all until you get to Waterdeep. You don't know, so we'll leave it at that. But I think with 2.5 hours, we've got a lot covered. You guys are well on your way into figuring it out. So, what will happen to our adventures next time? You'll have to wait and see for the next campaign. All right, so that's our little D&D campaign. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. I know I did. I enjoyed doing these. Make sure you give us a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't already, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And check out our Patreon. We got all kinds of stuff that you guys can check out and support us in lots of ways. So, anything you guys want to hit before we sign off?
No, I think only question I have is how have the other two people that have been with us, the human and the gnome, been doing?
They are very much keep to themselves. They kind of camp a little bit near you guys. You know, they're guards, so they're kind of like doing their own thing. Haven't interacted with them. You haven't interacted with them. They haven't interacted with you. They, you know, other than brief, I'll take this side or this side every day. Not much is being said. You haven't really interacted with them, so.
Have they done anything to let us know they're like what they do?
No, you haven't interacted with them. Other than
no. I mean, like, have anyone attacked the caravan or anything like that, or is it just the one incident with McCarvin?
Yeah, okay. McCarvin kind of, you know. Other than that, no. They go about their jobs. You do know that the man's name gives his name is Asbara, Joss.
Okay.
Does the gnome actually ever speak gnome? Okay.
And
I note that.
But she hasn't really had need to either.
Relevant? I know.
The gnome is Jamna, Jamna, Gleam Silver.
Sometimes people like fall back to their native tongue kind of thing. So every now and then
you do get a hint in her accent and stuff that she's very much gnomish.
Okay,
if only we had a gnome to go and talk to her.
Nope, you only have a halfling named Sanmo.
A short halfling named Samby.
Sanmo.
Yeah.
I mean,
quiet weapon.
I mean, they work with you guys. They keep separate. They keep from themselves. They keep an eye on the caravan. They work with shifts with you guys or anything. You guys, you know, you let them sleep. They do a lot of the day stuff since you guys pull a lot of the night shift stuff. So during the day, they'll do most of the guarding up front and stuff like that, and a lot of the scouting and things of that nature. So you guys can just kind of chill and stay near the caravan and stuff. But at night, you let them sleep the whole night through because there's so many of you guys that you guys can do shifts where you get plenty of rest.
I'll just put out there, I did have plans on talking to some of these guys, but not on the first day. Not when you don't know anyone, you know?
Well, yeah, there's lots of... So, think of this next campaign. There's lots of merchants and things. You know, you guys set up camp every night. You guys can interact with any of them. You can interact with these two people for the next campaign. You guys can interact with any of those and kind of feel the lay of the land and stuff because you still got another half journey to go with these folks. So you're going to be with them for another 10 days or so.
So, you know, just to put forward, I did have plans on talking to people.
Okay, so plan on that next time. If you want to go interact with anybody, I'll give you a list of some folks that you see that might be interesting. If you guys want to talk to these two at any time, you're more than welcome to. So that's something for you guys to think about as well. So we are making our way to Waterdeep. So we recap. You guys have been hired on. You are now working for the Cult of the Dragon in secret. And you guys are well on the way to figure out what they are up to. And what are they up to? You'll have to find out next time when we have another D&D campaign. So on behalf of myself and the crew, thank you guys for stopping in. We really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you tomorrow for the lunch stream for Galaxy Heroes. And then we'll have a fun-filled week of live streaming like we always do. Take care. Have a great night. And we'll holler at you later.